Now, before I can actually make any kind of podcast episode for you guys, I want to explain one thing. Have you guys heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain how. One, it's free. Two, there's just many tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. And it'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other things like iTunes and such. You can make more money from your podcast regardless on how much you have already. So it's like extra money. Hello, who doesn't like free money? And then, it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one spot. So whenever you can, just download the free Anchor app at, your iTunes store, your Apple store, or your Google Play store, or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thanks, y'all. Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Okay, so I have this app, right? Well, Wisdom app is the one. I know what I'm talking about. I have this app. It's called. I don't know if some people have heard of it or not already, but if you haven't, it is called Headway. I think. I don't. And Headway is basically this app that um, it gives you like different kind of reads. They're really short reads, right? Some of them is I've already had like I've had one, two, three. I've already done 7 reads off of it, right? And man, I found the subtle art of not giving a fuck, which is pretty cool. So I have like 7 tips in there, and it's weird, but cool, and it helps a little bit, right? So I'm gonna be reading off what they say. Okay. So the first one, of course, it says the key to living a happy and healthy life isn't giving a fuck about more. It's giving a fuck about less, and giving a fuck about only what is truly important. And that is true. I mean, I I try my best not to have to, not like really to care, kind of like just don't give a fuck kind of thing. But sometimes it's hard because kind of grow up with the whole point of just giving a fuck. So yeah, that's the first tip, y'all. So I'll repeat it one more time. The key is living. The key to living a happy and healthy life isn't giving a fuck about more, it's giving a fuck about less, and giving a fuck about only what is truly important. True. Second one is true happiness occurs only when you find the problems you enjoy having and enjoy solving. So basically, I'm guessing what that's saying is that if you do not want to, if you don't want to, like for me, I don't like math problems. Like I don't like math word problems. Math word problems, they confuse the mess out of me. And unless it's like really, really easy, like if Johnny here had 5 apples, he gave 2 to his best friend. How many apples does Johnny have left? 3. All right. That's an easy, easy word problem. I don't mind doing it like that. Oh. But if you have like, if the train leaves at this time, and then, huh? If the train leaves who, where, what, when? No, I'm good. I don't understand that. I don't understand what you're talking about, Mr. Book. Mr. Math. I don't understand what you mean of that. Okay? Excuse me. Oh man. Number three. Mhm. Oh wait, really quick, back to number two. If you like this, if you have a problem that you don't mind having and enjoy solving, hey, that's living right now, apparently. Number three. The most important step towards solving your problems is to accept that you and your problems are not privileged in their severity or pain. I have no clue what that means, but it's okay. I will figure it out at some point. Um, they're little quick. These are little quick reads, but maybe this thing is basically kind of like a. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Number four, self-awareness, like an onion, has multiple layers to it. The more you peel them back, the more you are probably going to start crying at inappropriate times. That's so me right there. I cry at inappropriate times, and I don't need to, I don't want to, I don't like to, I don't have to. I don't give a fuck if it's just one, but apparently it is. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe it's just me. So yeah. Oh man, it's interesting, right? You guys self Do you guys have self awareness? I don't yet. I have self awareness, but I don't have self awareness. But it's coming. It's coming together. Okay. Number five. Instead of trying to be right all the time, we should be trying to find out how we're wrong all the time because we are. Well, I don't I don't I don't know how to feel about that one. I don't know how to feel about that. But there's a okay, let me do it like this actually too. Okay. So where I got that first part, it says, um, as humans we care too much about things that don't matter. Okay, so let me start off with saying what the first tip was. The key to living a happy and healthy life isn't giving a fuck about more, it's giving a fuck about less and giving a fuck about only what is truly important, right? As humans, we care too much about things that don't matter, and this does nothing but make us feel bad about ourselves. The author calls this the feedback loop from hell. Simply put, you feel a certain feeling for some reason or no obvious reason at all. And having this feeling makes you feel even more, like just even worse. You know, the solution to the feedback loop from hell is simple. Don't give a fuck about your negative experiences, anxiety, anger, guilt, fear, etc. Because it's okay having these feelings. It's okay to feel bad sometimes. Beating yourself up for feeling the way you feel will only make things worse. Maturity is about being able to only care about things that are essential. The simplification actually makes us really happy on a consistent basis, right? Now, number two, true happiness occurs only when you find that problems you enjoy having and enjoy solving. We all want the good things in life, you know. For us to be happy, we need something to solve. Happiness requires struggle, and it comes from solving problems. It's a constant work in progress. Everyone wants to feel good all the time. People never consider the pain they are okay with, what they are willing to struggle for. We just want the rewards, the results. Nobody, just is willing to go through the process. Most of us don't want to struggle and to give it some effort. Struggle is the key to happiness, and it grows from problems. On your journey towards happiness, you'll encounter many disappointments and shame. No matter where you go, there are tons of problems waiting for you, and there is nothing wrong with that. The point isn't to run from the problems, the point is to find a problem you enjoy solving. Cool. Number three, the most important step towards solving your problems is to accept that you and your problems are not privileged in their severity or pain. The high self esteem movement is telling us to feel special all the time. Sometimes everyone says it. Celebrities, politicians, famous people, actors, and actresses all say it. Being average has now become the new standard of failure. Many people are afraid to accept mediocrity because they believe that they'll never achieve anything, never improve, and that their life won't matter if they accept it. The truth, however, is that knowledge and acceptance of your own mundane existence will actually free you to accomplish that you truly, or what you truly wish to accomplish, without judgment or grand expectations. So instead of seeing mediocrity as a bad thing you need to avoid, be grateful and appreciate the small things in life. We all know that part. Oh, come on, man. Okay, where's number 4? To be truly successful at something, we must be willing to fail at doing it. Wait, hold on. Was that? Nope, that was wrong. I was wrong. Sorry. Number 4, self-awareness, like an onion, has multiple layers to it, and the more you peel them back, the more you are probably going to start crying at inappropriate times, which is kind of like I do that. The first layer is a simple awareness of your own emotion. How do I feel? What is this emotion? I'm sad. I feel happy right now. That kind of thing. I'm sad when I see that, etc. This is simple to some people, but to some it is quite hard. Sometimes you try to deny your feelings. Second layer is the ability to ask why we feel certain emotions. Why do I feel that way? Why am I sad? Why am I kind of depressed? Our personal values make up the third layer. Why do I see this as a success or failure? How am I choosing to measure myself? With what metrics am I judging myself and everyone around me? This level takes constant questioning and effort, and it is very difficult to reach. But it's the most essential because the nature of our problems is determined by our values. The quality of our lives is determined by the nature of our problems. Mm. Did you know denying negativity is like perpetuating problems instead of solving them? It is a right to not be optimistic all the time. Negative emotions are a vital element of emotional. Yeah, sure. We all know. We know, right? Right? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Number 5. Instead of trying to be right all the time, we should be trying to find out why we're wrong all the time, because we are. All progress and all growth stem from uncertainty. People who believe they know everything never learn anything. To learn something, we must first admit that we are clueless. The more we accept the fact that we do not know, the more opportunities we get to learn. Embracing uncertainty is a vital step towards assessing our prioritizations and values. In the end, if you want to change those values, we need to become uncertain about them. Asking yourself questions like, what if I'm wrong? What would it mean to be wrong? Would being wrong make any current problem better or worse for both myself and others? Will help you be a little less certain about yourself. Okay? Okay. Number 6. To be truly successful at something, we must be willing to fail at doing it. If we're not willing to fail, then we're not willing to succeed. As we grow older, we develop an avoidance of failure. This basically has to do with our education system, overbearing and critical parents, and with mass media. This avoidance of failure creates avoidance of the vital actions to succeed at things. Applying, I'm sorry. If you feel, if you ever feel the, hmm, if you ever feel you lack the motivation to do something, just start with some small action. Anything works fine. Just try to observe the results of your actions. You could then try to reap the fruit of those actions to motivate yourself. Okay, cool. Last and not least, saying no doesn't tie you down. It frees you from paltriness so you can focus on what's more significant. Rejection is an essential life skill. It improves your life because it lets you focus on things that really matter and let go of things that don't. If we don't reject something, we stand for nothing. When you make a commitment to something, you're essentially saying no to something else. Interesting. Mm, 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 mm. Mhm. So, for the people that are just coming in, I was just reading off tips and the what it says after those tips basically about just what it is to just not give a fuck. You know? The trending mantra of in our society is always to be positive no matter the circumstances, which is what I try to do every single day. This constant chant of positivity unwittingly teaches us to always give a fuck about everything. Sadly, giving more fuck doesn't guarantee that you'll be happier and live a better life. If you want to live a healthier and more content life, you have to start giving a fuck about only what is truly important and nothing else. We care too much about things that don't matter, and this does nothing to make us feel bad about ourselves. We feel a certain feeling or emotion for some reason, or no obvious reason at all. And having this feeling makes us even feel worse, like feel even worse. Sorry. The key to getting out of this loop is to stop giving a fuck about our negative emotions like anxiety, anger, guilt, fear, etc. Because it's okay to have those feelings. It's normal to feel bad sometimes. Beating yourself up for having certain emotions will do you no good. In essence, maturity is about being able to only care about essential things. This simplification actually brings us genuine happiness. We try to do too much in life, and this only results in stress and grief. We all need to learn to stop giving a fuck about the things that are causing us pain. Choose to focus on what you really want to care about and develop a more constructive approach to work, love, life itself. So in doing this, try this trick, right? Start saying no, no. Goodness, gotta reset my lips. Give me a second. Pew. Okay. Start saying no to things that don't add value to your life. If you want to focus your time and energy on the things that matter to you, it is essential to say no to everything else. It is more important to miss out on trivial things than the important ones. So make it a goal to only focus on the essentials and ignore everything else. Be totally ruthless with this. Hmm. This is all from an app that I have called Headway. I don't know if anybody's seen it like in your app store or whatnot, or in like little commercials or ads or whatever, well, through your ads or through your apps, right? But man, oh man, I saw this. I wanted the book, like the actual book itself and everything, but I didn't have it. I couldn't get it. But yeah, shit's crazy, y'all. Shit's crazy. So do you want to not give a go? Do you not want to give a fuck? Well, you can always buy the essential or the subtle art of not giving a fuck book. Or 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 just, not give a fuck. Take what you heard today and not care, right? Don't don't say no to the things that don't matter and say yes to the things that do. Say yes to the values and the good things and say no to the bad things and the immaturity shit. You know, it's a struggle sometimes, yeah. And it's like, I mean, look at me. I do the best I can, but I still am the way I am. You know, um, I'm at the point where I just, like I said, I don't give a fuck, but I still do. I care. I care about a lot, you know, and yeah, it's it's a way of um, it's just a way of like, mm, I don't know, but I hope you can take whatever was read and said and take it to heart, because there's a lot of people who give a fuck to the wrong thing, you know? So let's make it a goal to not give one to the wrong thing. You can do it for the right ones, but don't do it for the wrong ones. And it's okay to not be okay sometimes. That's what it said in there on the part. So yeah. So one more time though, I will say the tips real quick. It is number one, the key to living a happy and healthy life isn't Giving a fuck about more is giving a fuck about less, giving a fuck about only what matters, what is truly important. Number 2, true happiness occurs only when you find the problems you enjoy having and enjoy solving. Number 3, the most important step toward solving your problems is to accept that you and your problems are not privileged in their severity and pain. Number 4, self-awareness, like an onion, has multiple layers to it, and the more you peel them back, the more you are probably going to start prying at inappropriate times. Just holding me a little bit. Number 5, instead of trying to be right all the time, we should try finding out about how we're wrong all the time, because we are. Number 6, to be truly successful at something, we must be willing to fail at doing it. If we're not willing to fail, then we're not willing to succeed. And number 7, saying no does not tie you down. It frees you from paltriness so you can focus on what's most significant in your life. So that was the 7 tips in the subtle art of not giving a fuck. And just take what you can with you and just, not give a fuck. I appreciate you guys coming in and listening in. So thank you to Ismail, Andrea Raquel, Mr. Amazing, Valerie Bradley, Reggie Woodson, Darlene Anderson, David Deaton, sorry, Jillian Gerasimic, Antonio Myers, Robert Allen, Anthony Thomas, Terry, and Larry Holloway Jr. You guys have been awesome. Until next time, peace.
Yay!